The age-old question is, what am I going to make for dinner this week? I've got you. Hey y'all, I'm Mandy, and this is Mandy in the Making. I just got my, I think it's the All Recipes magazine in the mail, and I always go through it and find the recipes that I want to try, and I just pull them out, and then I just recycle the magazine. But this one sounds really good. It is a Tuscan bean and Italian chicken sausage soup. Y'all know I love chicken sausages. Anytime I go to Trader Joe's, I stock up on them because they have a great variety of chicken sausages, and I just throw them in the freezer and just thaw them as we need them. It looks beautiful. It sounds delicious, and it's super quick. So let's make dinner. We don't have a whole lot of chopping to do. I have this medium-sized yellow squash. I'm going to cut it in half lengthwise and then just slice it into little half moons. I also need to chop this onion. I should probably grab my chopper out, but I'm gonna be stubborn and just do it really quickly this way and stand here and cry over it because that's what I do. And lastly, we have this spicy Italian chicken sausage. The recipe just calls for Italian chicken sausage links. You know, we love spicy, so just use whatever you want. This is 12 ounces. I'm just going to chop these into smaller pieces. Okay, so I've got this large soup pot here. I am heating it to medium-high heat. While it is coming up to temperature, I'm gonna add just a little bit of olive oil. You don't need a lot because there's gonna be some I don't wanna say grease, but some natural fat that comes out of the chicken sausage. So I'm gonna just add that in there and let that heat up. Okay, so we are going to throw our chicken sausage in along with our chopped onion. And we're just gonna saute this together for 5 to 7 minutes. I'll come over here and kind of stir it every couple of minutes. It's been about 6 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next step because some of this is getting browned, which is exactly what we wanted, and our onions are really good and tender. Let's add in our squash next, as well as a little bit of garlic, maybe a couple of teaspoons or a tablespoon. And let's just cook that for like a minute. Why are you goofy? Okay, it's been another minute. We're gonna add in 32 ounces or an entire carton of chicken broth. We're also gonna be adding in 2 cans of cannellini beans that I have drained and rinsed, a can of diced tomatoes with Italian seasonings, 1/3 cup of dry red wine. You can leave that out if you want to, but it adds a good level of flavor. And then we're also going to grind in a little bit of Italian herb seasoning. You just need like a teaspoon. Okay, we want this to come up to a boil. So I'm gonna let that do its thing because we do want to cook that alcohol out. Okay, this has come up to a boil. We're going to reduce the heat and just let this simmer for about 15 minutes. I'm also gonna be making some garlic toast tonight to go with dinner. So I've got this loaf of French bread. I'm gonna slice it up. I'm not going to do the entire thing. We'll have garlic toast a couple of nights this week. Okay, this has been simmering for about 15 minutes. Let's add in our baby spinach. I did remove most of the stems from mine, but you need about 4 cups of baby spinach. Obviously, it'll wilt down really nicely. I see a couple of stems that I missed. Can't have that. Okay, let's just let this wilt down for a couple of minutes and then dinner will be ready. This smells so good. And then I've got some freshly grated Parmesan cheese over here. I'm just going to sprinkle that all over the top. And we are ready to eat. What was that look?
I don't know. I don't know what's in this. I have no idea what's going on here.
No,
it does smell good.
Yeah,
I know that.
He was not in the kitchen for this at all.
Yeah. It's very Tuscan flavored.
Tuscany.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very light. Very light.
Good.
The flavor of the soup is really good though.
It's got a little bit of red wine in there
Yeah.
to enhance it.
It's like red wine, really good bean flavor.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's very tasty. Whatever seasonings you got in there.
On point.
Really good.
Awesome.
I like this.
Good.
Yeah. This is very similar to something that I've had at, I think, Olive Garden.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can
Something
see that.
similar to that.
Is it the Zuppa Toscana?
Ah.
Is that how you say it? Something
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
that's it. It's very similar to that.
Okay. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, that makes sense.
Very nice.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
Yeah. The chicken sausage or whatever that is,
Yeah.
goes really well with this.
Yeah.
Really well with this particular type of soup.
Okay. Y'all, this is very, very good. I love, like you said, it's very light and it's almost refreshing. I don't know. It's not a heavy dinner at all, and it pairs really well with this garlic bread.
I love this meal.
I'm so glad.
It is really good.
It is, isn't it?
The garlic bread with this?
Yeah. It's a must.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really good.
Y'all need to make this one very, very tasty. Okay, so we're going to read some comments. If you watched Tuesday's video, I mentioned in there very briefly, and I'm just kind of in passing, said that I don't shop at Walmart anymore.
So, we don't do that.
So he's going to read a comment.
I said, okay, this is from Louise Robinson. She said, now, do tell about why you don't shop Wally World. Also, you two are actually so funny and a joy to watch.
Thank you.
Well, part of it's my fault because I told her that she couldn't shop there no more.
Really, he did. But he was right in saying that.
Not that she couldn't. I'm just saying that.
Right. But it was in June of 2021. I had a very, very, very bad experience inside of a Walmart where multiple employees yelled at me. I left in tears. I never once raised my voice or got angry. It was a very bad customer. I went to customer service to ask a question about something, and it got out of control. And everybody there in line was stunned, could not believe what was happening. I called Walmart corporate and filed a complaint, just let them know what happened, and they didn't really care. So at that point, Steven said, well, how we can handle it is we just don't give them any more of our money. So I have not stepped foot in a Walmart since June of 2021, and that's that. Okay, y'all, for tonight's dinner, I'm going to be showing you a really easy marinade for a pork tenderloin that I've never tried before, but sounds really good and easy. And then our Subbie supper is going to be a Subbie side tonight. But first, let's make the pork tenderloin marinade. I've already made it earlier. So let's go back in time. I'll show you that, and then we will get started on our side. Okay, let's get started on our marinade for our pork. We're gonna add just a little bit of olive oil. I'm just doing one pork tenderloin today because it's for our lunch, so I don't need a whole lot. I'm gonna do about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. We need some brown sugar. I'm gonna do maybe a tablespoon or 2. We just need about a teaspoon of this Dijon mustard, about a tablespoon or 2 of soy sauce. To brighten things up, we're gonna add just a little bit of lemon zest, maybe about a teaspoon. We're gonna add in some parsley and some thyme, not quite a teaspoon of each. If you have fresh, you could do more, obviously, but mine's dried, so maybe a 1/2 teaspoon each. Someone told me in the comments that I needed to be doing that, pouring the spices into my hand and then kind of grinding them together. It releases the oils a little bit better. If I can find that comment, I will pop it up here. But thank you. Let's add in just a little bit of salt and pepper and a little minced garlic. And we'll just whisk all of that together, and we will pour this over our pork tenderloin. I'm just gonna put it in like a gallon-sized bag and let it marinate. You wanna let it marinate for at least an hour. Mine's gonna marinate for about an hour, hour and a half before I make it for lunch. Just gonna massage that in there, and let's put this in the fridge, and I'll be back in just a little bit. Our Subbie side this week comes from Crystal. Crystal said that she is happily married for almost 8 years, and she is a hardworking mom to 2, and she loves to cook, and she loves the beach life. If only I was at the beach right now. I chose this one because it is so easy. You probably have these ingredients on hand. I've never thought to combine these together as a side dish, so it just sounded like the perfect side dish to go along with a pork tenderloin. This side dish is just going to be called Cajun potatoes and onions. So we've got some red potatoes here, an onion, and then all we need is this Creole seasoning and a little bit of butter. So let's get started. So I chopped up into bite-sized pieces. I did 6 red potatoes. Her recipe said do 8 to 10, but this is more than enough for us. And then I probably won't use this entire onion either, probably about half of it. Let's get started on our Subbie side. I'm putting in 6 tablespoons of butter. She called for a full stick of butter, but since I'm not using the full amount, I just cut a couple of tablespoons off. So let's melt that down before we add our potatoes and onions. Okay, our butter has melted. Let's add in our red potatoes and our onions. I don't know if I mentioned, but the pan is on medium high. I'm gonna stir this around to kind of coat all of this in the butter before we add our seasoning. You just figure out how much you want to add of this. Is it pronounced Tony Chachere's? I don't know how to say it. It's the Creole seasoning. Probably a couple of teaspoons. And now she said to just put a lid on this and cover it on high, or on medium high for about 20 minutes. And then we'll have our side dish. Just letting y'all know, I have been coming in and just stirring this every few minutes. It smells so good. Okay, y'all, let's get started on our pork tenderloin. I would love to grill it, but it's lunchtime and it's a little gloomy outside, about to rain. So let's preheat our oven to 400. And then I am heating up this cast iron skillet here on about medium to medium high heat. And we are going to sear it before we put it in the oven. But we're just gonna sear this on all sides for just a couple of minutes, and then it will go in the oven. Okay, so that went in the oven at 400. Let's give it, I'm gonna check it after 15 minutes and just kind of see where we're at.
Pork tenderloin for lunch. The potatoes look really good.
Oh.
Look at all that seasoning on there.
I know. They're delicious. I've already
Was that butter you had them in?
Yeah.
Oh man. Mmm. Spicy.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. That's really good. Spicy, lots of good seasoning on there. Very rich in the onion flavor.
Well, it's got lots of onions in there.
Lots of onion flavor. I love that.
Good.
Really good.
Awesome. Thank you, Crystal, for sending in that simple side. I love that. How's the pork tenderloin?
Very good. Very good seasoning on there.
Awesome.
Like a marinade, I guess.
It goes well with the bright colors that
It's a
potatoes
very,
have.
yeah, it's like a
good.
contrasting flavors
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
Really good.
Yeah, because it's got the sweetness of the brown sugar.
Very, very mild taste on the meat.
Okay, yeah.
Great seasoning. It's not bland. It's
Good.
kind of but it's like a lighter flavor.
Yeah, than the side dish.
Than the potato. So
Which is what
good,
you want. You don't want too much of one flavor. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a good contrast there.
Okay. All right, time for another comment. Let me turn this over on you there. There we go.
All right. How you say that last name there?
I'm going to say Kreitz.
Jessica Kreitz. She said, my husband told me for the first few years of our marriage that he was allergic to mustard. I went with it for a while until I found out he was just extremely picky. I eventually started adding mustard to various recipes that required it, and there were no signs of reactions. I finally made a recipe where one of the main ingredients in the sauce was mustard. He loved it. I called him out on his allergy, and he finally confessed he just didn't like it.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, that's
I love
funny.
it. Fun story. I don't think Cole would mind me telling you this. When we lived at our old house, Cole went over to a neighbor's house to go play for the afternoon. And the mom called me and she said, hey, I was going to give the boys a snack, but Cole said that he is allergic to Dr. Pepper. And I said, no, he's not. I said, maybe he just doesn't like it, but he's not allergic to Dr. Pepper. She said, okay, I just thought I would check.
Oh, wait.
So I think people like to say that they're allergic to something if they just really just don't like it. So anyway, I thought that was cute. Dinner is in preparation mode. Steven has come in and helped me chop up some stuff. He chopped up this green onion and the garlic. I found this recipe in the All Recipes magazine, and he also chopped up this broccoli. Thank you.
That's right. A little test.
That's your second or third little test, isn't it? Do y'all see me? I'm fully dressed, but I just have been so cold this afternoon. I'm just hanging out in my robe on top of sweatpants and a sweatshirt. I'm just so cold.
Oh man, look at them slippers.
Shut up. All right, you want to tell them what we're having tonight?
We're having some kind of a broccoli chicken stir fry. Oh, sweet and spicy stir fry with chicken and broccoli. The official technical term there.
That's right, that's right. Okay, so we're going to get started on this. This is like a 30-minute meal. We've already got the rice going.
All right.
Are you excited?
That's looking good.
We're going to double the sauce because when in doubt, double the sauce.
You got to make more sauce. Sauce is the boss.
Okay, so we've gotten started. We've got this large skillet here. We heated it to medium high. We added in a tablespoon of olive oil, and then we've got about a pound of chicken breast cut into thin slices. To that, babe, we're gonna also add that green onion over there. I would save a little bit of the green onion for garnish later. And then all that garlic that you sliced up, we're gonna add that too. So we have 4 cloves of garlic thinly sliced. And we're just gonna cook this until the chicken is no longer pink and the juices run clear until it's done. Okay, so this is cooking.
Trying to grind it up.
Every time, he's done that so many times. We have new salt and pepper shakers. One's a shaker, one's a grinder, and he always tries to grind the salt. But he's just adding a little bit of salt and pepper. You don't have to add a lot because you are going to be adding a lot of flavor with your sauce here in just a bit, but it was killing him not to season the chicken. He was like, he asked me like 3 times, we're going to add salt and pepper? Yes, with the sauce.
So don't be too concerned about getting color on your chicken because
right.
we'll be adding a lot of ingredients in here.
There's going to be a lot of color on the chicken.
Saucy.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be so delicious. Our, rice is already done. So we're just letting that sit there and hang out while we finish up everything else. We'll be done in like 10 minutes, ready to eat. Our chicken is done. So now we're going to add in all of our good seasonings. Like I mentioned, we are doubling the sauce because that's what we do. All right, go ahead and grab the saucy one first.
Saucy.
This has hoisin sauce, chili paste, and soy sauce all in there. If you need amounts, I will link everything below. Okay, now we're gonna add all the seasonings over there to your left.
Oh, wow. This is already
Smelling amazing. I know.
all right.
So in here we have some brown sugar, some ground ginger, and some crushed red pepper flakes. And at this point, if you have not already added salt and pepper, you can do that. So now we need to add in our chicken broth. We have, I think, like 4 tablespoons of chicken broth. I think it's still over there, babe.
Okay.
And grab the broccoli while you're at it. So he's adding in our chicken broth, and we're also gonna add in our broccoli. You need about 3 cups of broccoli chopped into like bite-sized pieces. And now what we're gonna do is we are going to stir it really well, and we're gonna cover it and let it simmer for 3 to 5 minutes. You don't want your broccoli to get super soft, but you just want it to be like a crisp tender. I'm
tender.
so glad that we doubled the sauce. Can you imagine?
I think, isn't that al dente?
Say that
We
again.
wanted a little al dente.
Okay, so let's put the lid on that
Okay.
and let it hang out for like 3 to 5 minutes.
All right, we're going to maybe...
You can turn it down a little bit.
Down a little bit,
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. There we go.
You just have to aggravate your wife every now and again. Make sure you got the sound on.
I do. Thank you, kindly.
Got to be a sound man and a cook.
Yeah.
And a cameraman.
That's right.
And a commentator. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Oh, ooh, yeah.
Look
that's
how
starting to get
bright
some-
green. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh man, this smells so good. Like you could even triple the sauce, I'm gonna say. We doubled it. I cannot even imagine only doing like what the recipe says.
Oh, my gosh.
You could triple it.
All right.
Okay, our commentator is gonna read one more.
Flash Hughes said, really like your vlog. It's fun, and I get great food ideas. That's good. I have an easy 3-ingredient appetizer for you. Make Tyson chicken nuggets, then put a tablespoon of jarred marinara sauce on it. Yeah. Top with Italian cheese and broil until golden. Mini chicken parmesan. I like that.
Okay, you are over the top, sir.
Over the top.
Sir.
That's a movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who's in it?
Sylvester Stallone. Over the top, baby. It's the arm wrestling. You remember that?
No.
That was back in the day. That was back in the trucker hats and stuff. Y'all remember. You know what I'm talking about.
Anyway, so I just thought we would share that comment because I thought it was another good 3-ingredient appetizer. That's so simple, so smart too. Just take little chicken nuggets, put some marinara sauce on it, some cheese.
We should
and
totally
broil
try
it.
that. That would be a good lunch.
That would be a good
Quick lunch.
That would be good.
Yeah, maybe fix like a little, maybe a little side salad action. Maybe a little Olive Garden dressing in there with some pepperoncinis and some olives.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
He's getting hungry.
Oh!
Is it hot?
Wow.
Y'all,
Man, yes.
this looks so good.
Got a little rice in here. Check this out.
Boom.
That.
All right,
That is gorgeous.
let's eat. Are you ready?
I am ready. Wow.
This dude is a sucker for Asian food.
I love, first of all, the chicken is not rubbery.
Good.
You know how sometimes
Yeah.
in dishes where it's
It can
all
get
piled
overcooked.
in there
Yeah,
and it's like
yeah.
boiling instead of,
Right.
well, this chicken is like super tender and the spices, it's spicy. Definitely get this sweet and spicy, lots of good garlic flavor in there.
Yeah.
Definitely get the hoisin sauce coming through.
Yeah. And if you wanted to lower the spice level, don't put the red chili or the chili flakes in there. Red pepper flakes.
Oh, wow. That's good.
While you eat, I'm going to show this girl because I don't know if she's been shown yet. Little bit. You can't have this. Can't have it.
Man,
Gracie.
the broccoli soaks in all of that sauce.
Oh, good.
And
Yeah.
it's like, boom! When it comes out,
Good.
man, that's good.
Okay. Well, I've yet to dig in. Ma'am, you're very rude. Honey, you just get louder and louder.
Bless your heart.
She's something else. Okay. So this is delicious. It's definitely a little spicy. It's wonderful. I'm shocked. He doesn't want to be on camera, but I'm shocked because Cole actually likes it. He's not really big on a lot of Asian flavored dishes. So the fact that he likes this is good.
Man, yeah.
Somebody else likes it too.
These bowls ain't good for chopstick though.
No, they're not.
That's why I got me a bowl.
Yeah, you got a real bowl.
Yeah, bowl.
A bowl, not a plate bowl. Tell everybody, say bye. Thank you for watching.